So when we open up Marvelous Designer, this is what we get. Actually this is not what we get, but if we go to display and windows and click on reset to default layout here, actually you can see the reset to default layout button here. It is way down there. So if we click on this, we shall have this appearance. This is the default or the basic layout of the Marvelous Designer 4. So this is the 3D window and this is the pattern making window, and these are all the side tabs like library, and here we have the object browser and the property editors, etc. So if we want to close the library, we can click on this close button, or we can minimize it, or we can put it in the sidebar by clicking on this arrow here, so it goes there. And similarly we can also pull the object browser sideways and then the property editor, so they are all stacked on this side here. And we have the pattern window and the 3D viewport maximized as far as possible. So this is our avatar, and first of all we shall take a look in the file menu. Here we have the new and then all other options like open, add or save as, etc. From open we can open garment files or project files or other avatars or even poses. So if we click on avatar, we shall have all these list of avatars, or these are the default avatars by Marvelous Designer 4. 3 female models, female A, female B, female C, 1 kit model, and 3 other male models like male A, male B and male C. And here we have the body files like .die, .obj, etc. Here you can see the .obj extension. This .obj is actually the universal type of 3D file that we can use in all other 3D applications like on Autodesk 3ds Max or Maya or ZBrush or Blender and all other simulation softwares, even like RealFlow and other softwares. So if we click on any one of these models, that will be imported or be opened in this 3D window, but we are not going to do that. We will click on cancel, and then if we look more, there are also this save button and save as. We can save garments or avatars or projects separately, and we can also import other 3D models, 3D models from other softwares like Maya or Max or Blender or any other software in OBJ version or Collada or FBX version. And then we have Maya cache, point cache, etc. some options which are a little bit advanced. And then we have this option to import or add obj or obj to garment or etc. So if we have one model here, we can add one more model or models in this window, and we can also export obj or obj selected, etc. I mean, if we have the garments here after simulation, or when the final, or when we have the final version of the garment, we can export that garment as obj file. And we can also take snapshots of our model or of the garments by pressing the F10 only of this window, I mean the 3D window, but not the pattern window, only the 3D window. And then we have the garment info and quit. Then we have edit button, and here we can see the universal editing options like undo and redo and delete, copy, paste, etc. Select all. And then we have 3D garment. The most important ones are the simulate and the synchronization, and then the other options here like deactivate, freeze, strengthen, quadrangulate or triangulate, etc. And then we have the 2D pattern options, which we will be using while we work in this 2D window, like editing pattern, curvature, curve point, copy as pattern, etc. Create polygon, rectangle, circle, and then lock. And then we have the sewing options and materials, and here separately again we have the avatar window or the avatar options. Here we can click on the clear all avatars and the avatar will be gone. So but we will undo that. Well, we are going to click on the avatar editor because the undo did not work, and we shall click on this avatar here and it will be imported or loaded. So we have the avatar here back again, and then if we want to close this window we can click on this button here, and then we have the display options here. In the display options we have the viewport options, like if we press this 2, 8, 6, 4, 5 and 0 from the keyboard, we can change the view mode from here, like 2 this is the front view, 4 this is the side view, 5 this is the top view, 6 this is the side view, and 8 this is the back view, etc. And if we middle click and drag we can pan the model, and if we right click and drag we can go around the 3D model, and if we left click we can select different objects and different things or different points, etc. And then we have all these options like show light controller, show wind controller, show frame rate, etc. And the windows, like which windows are opened now, like 3D garment window, 2D pattern window, property editor, object browser, library. So library is on this side here, and the object browser and the property editor are here, and this is the 3D garment window and this is the 2D pattern window. And then we have the preference to see the gizmos or how they will be coordinated, like here we have the screen coordinate, and if we want we can also use the local coordinate or the world coordinate. And then we have the 3D background color and 3D grid brightness, etc. snap to pattern or snap to grid, etc. options, and simulation quality, normal or complete, and simulation properties we shall come later. And then we have the settings, language settings, user settings, and deactivate license. And here we have the simulation tab and the animation tab. Actually we are in the simulation view now, so we can work in here making all the patterns and then simulate to create the clothes, and later we can go to animation tab and we shall have a different window where we can record and play animation and tweak them. So that's all. In the next chapter we shall look about all of these options and what are these, and then we shall create patterns and make simple clothes.